Imagine that. Imagine that. Life could change. Imagine that.
All right. So recently Kanye he went crazy on Twitter again, but this time he was releasing a ton of contracts, a ton of them, like all these contracts that he signed. So let's just get straight to the that one contract. What did you think from those 5 pages that you saw?
Um, my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody gave me that contract, I would first thing I'd be like, well, can I get someone else to read this? Because it doesn't, it seems like it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It's like a lot of like back and forth. Well, like this is what it sounded like in layman's terms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna loan you this money and you're gonna return me this money, and because I invested in you and you're gonna make me 1,300%, for example. And because we're going to spend all this money on your advertising, your budget, your advance, your video, nothing new. Like if you get Herb Ritz to do your video and he goes over budget, you broke the contract. So not only do you have to pay me back, you have to pay me back everything and interest. And and if, for example, this is what made me think, and I'm no lawyer, but when I read it, I was like, wait a second, you're actually saying that you're gonna go at me if there's a delay, and this money that I'm giving for this production company to sublet with me, to work with you, if for some reason there's a delay, if there's whatever, I'm liable because then it's a breach of contract. Why would I sign something like that when you know damn well most things in the industry never go on time?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started reading like Mercy for that song, which was actually a pretty decent song, and I
Mm-hmm.
agree with Two Chains, but like if you if you if your business is that intricate with mine to say, so if I'm giving you money for this video shoot, if this goes over budget, you owe me everything back. It just seemed like a contract of a straight investment. Like, I expect to get X amount from you, but you can't screw this up on the way to getting to that. So you need to do these things that I tell you to do. And you're going to go with this production company and you're going to go here. And if any of this is messed up because of you, you're going to be in breach of contract. And it's all on you. That's what I took from those 5 pages.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Um. Okay. So when I read it, to be honest, it sounded like one big old trap. Like it didn't even specify his name. Like his name is Kanye West for sakes.
Yeah,
For
but that's
Christ's
the
sake.
LLC though. That's the
Mhm.
LLC though. Like they can sue uh good dream or good music. Yeah, you
Mhm.
know, you can sue um the people that are producing Mercy. You can,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
but that way you're not suing. That's why he's a company.
Oh.
You
Okay.
can sue that company
Mhm.
and get nothing because the company
Mhm.
is now bankrupt, right?
Mhm.
But those companies aren't going anywhere. So they'll sue you for 50 years. They
Mhm.
have the money to waste because they're going to say, well, we're going to get our money or we're going to just harass you, which is like the mafia, ain't it? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to break your
Mhm.
legs. So that's what it sounded like to me. It was like, if you don't give me my money by said date, by said, amount, I'm going
Mhm.
to add 500,000. And if you go and do this video and it's not released on time, that's another million that's going against you because that's what you asked for. Your budget was 1.5. I'm allowing you to go over it by 1.5. If you go over it by 3.5, you're in breach of contract. Now you owe everything. You see? And to me, that's what it sounded like. And I would have been like, nah, that's okay. And like I said, I'm not a lawyer, but it didn't sound like an enticing contract. It sounded like what you said, like a trap. And here's another thing. This dude talking about on TMZ, slavery was a choice. Well, I agree with him to a point because you have a choice to die. Me personally, I'd be like, well, I ain't doing this crap. You got to kill me. But on the other hand, if you don't know any better and you don't know how to get out of it, you might tolerate what you can until you can find a way out. But when you start seeing people mutilated and whipped and their skins hanging off and being skinned alive and burned alive, and why would I want to be a slave? So, but that's a whole nother episode too, because I don't think we were slaves at all. I think we had that conversation before, right?
Yeah, a little bit of it. That's definitely for another video.
Yeah, because I just think like he was right in that sense, but then he's really stupid because you're saying this, and then he was suing not that long after that because he was saying his contract with, I think, BMG or whoever he was with, it said that he will be working forever.
Yeah, for the rest of his life.
Right. So isn't that slavery? And isn't that a choice because you signed that piece of paper? So to me, you're a hypocrite, right? And then, and then you're throwing out these contracts now, talking about Def Jam, blah blah blah, but you wanted off the contract before, and now you're signing a new contract with the same company. That's kind of like that Prince thing, right? He was slave, and then he ended up re-signing with Warner Brothers. Okay, you get what you want, but here's the point: are you? Because if you're 1 minute a slave, and now you're going, oh, they got me slavery. Well, it was a choice. You said you signed yourself into slavery, like literally signed yourself into slavery. So now you're going to go back to that same company and sign another deal, and then complain and put out your contracts. To me, it sounds like a publicity stunt. It just seems stupid because when I read it, I was like, it just sounds like a dumb move.
Yeah, because thing is, like, that's obviously we're discussing this one particular contract, but he posted at least like 5 more, if not, like he posted at least like 5 more contracts. Like, this stuff was crazy. I'm like, dude, you signed all these contracts, and it seemed like all these contracts were meant to screw you over. Like, dude, clearly you chose slavery.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like. Like when they say like the pot calling the kettle black, like you can't really do that. It just doesn't make sense.
1, 2, 3, 4.